Necessity is the mother of invention, but when it comes to horror films, a small budget usually leads to something great. Evil Dead, Night of the Living Dead, The Blair Witch Project, Saw, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween were all shot for tiny amounts and they're all excellent films. You can definitely add Dog Soldiers to this list because, in the 15 years since Neil Marshall's debut was released, it has rightfully earned the status as a genuine cult classic. The werewolf horror comedy thrives because Marshall is more than happy to indulge his influences throughout. When watching Dog Soldiers, there are moments when you can see the impact that Night of the Living Dead, Predator, Assault on Precinct 13, The Evil Dead, Aliens, Jaws and Platoon had on the gifted filmmaker, all this without mentioning that brilliant gag about The Matrix. There's also something quintessentially British about this loving homage to low-budget horror comedy. In case you haven't seen it, the plot revolves around a squadron of British soldiers that are sent on a routine exercise in the Scottish Highlands. Clip via Shout Factory. During a nighttime training mission, the soldiers are expected to rendezvous with a special ops unit. What unfolds is a savage battle between man and beast. Trust us, bullets fly and the one-liners are as sharp as a werewolf's teeth. Can the squadron survive the full moon and make it to dawn? Much like An American Werewolf in London, Marshall's film expertly mixes horror and humor, but it never takes itself too seriously. Of course, Marshall has since moved on to make another superb horror film, The Descent, but he also directed two of the greatest ever Game of Thrones episodes, Blackwater and The Watchers on the Wall. Up next for the English director is the remake of Hellboy with David Harbour in the lead. In their review, the Seattle Times hailed Dog Soldiers as one of the most gloriously unsubtle and adrenalized extreme shockers since The Evil Dead, while the BBC said that it's a rip-roaring comedy action fest that'll put hairs on your chest. Cinema Crazed gave it the highest praise by saying it's one of the best, coolest, most action-packed horror films in years, while Jablo's review said, if you like blood, guts and crazy beasts stalking men with guns though, you will likely enjoy this monster. Truth be told, any film that has the line "If Little Red Riding Hood should show up with a bazooka and a bad attitude, I expect you to chin the bitch is fine with us." Get ready to lock and load. Film 4 at 0100. Check out Millwall FC on Freestyle Combat from this week's Total Techers.